Why not join me in praying for a miracle? In October, there's always been a special devotion to praying the Rosary. And the reason why October is a special month for this is because of the feast of Our Lady of the Rosary on the 7th of October. Initially, this feast was called Our Lady of Victories and was used to celebrate a particular military victory that was attributed to the Christian nations praying the Rosary. Over time, the Church has tried to rebrand and distance itself from focusing on the military victory aspect, but on God's miraculous intervention through the intercession of Our Lady, particular to the Rosary. There are so many miracles that get attributed to praying the Rosary. But for many of us, the Rosary seems like this long prayer, perhaps a boring prayer of repetition. It can seem like, how could this thing ever have any sort of power? So this October, I invite you to pray for a miracle using the Rosary. What miracle? Well, whatever miracle you choose. What do you need? What's going on in your life? What battles are you facing? What do you ask Our Lady to pray for you about? I have my own ones. I'm particularly drawn to pray for a particular family in my school community at this time. But we all know someone. We all have a cause that needs some prayer. For many of us, praying a whole rosary might seem too much. We might not initially be able to find the time. So what I'm going to do is break down the rosary into daily installments. And over the course of October, every weekday, we're going to have one decade of the rosary. So for example, the first full week of October, on Monday, we will say the introductory prayers of the Rosary. We will then listen to a reflection on the first mystery. We'll then pray the decade of the Rosary, starting with the Our Father, then 10 Hail Marys, the Glory be to the Father, and the Fatima prayer. And on Tuesday, we'll pray the second decade with the second mystery, and so on throughout the week. On a Friday, after praying the fifth decade, meditating on the fifth mystery, we'll then do the concluding prayers of the Rosary. And this way, using all the weekdays of the full weeks of October, we would have prayed through all the mysteries of the Rosary. And I invite you to do that with a particular intention in mind. Who do you want to pray for this October? So please look out for the first Rosary prayer on the 5th of October. That's going to start us off with the joyful mysteries. We're going to move through the mysteries as they move through Jesus' life. So we're going to start with the joyful mysteries, which is about his conception and his birth and his infant narrative. We're then going to pray through the luminous mysteries, which focus on moments in Jesus' active ministry, his adult life. We'll then pray through the sorrowful mysteries, which move with Jesus through his passion and death. And then we'll pray through the glorious mysteries, which begin with his resurrection. So I invite you to join me praying the Rosary this October, and I invite you to pray for a miracle in your life or in the life of someone you know.